Chapter 3. Santiago was reading to Rosie, who was tucked into bed. Roz was in the kitchen preparing dinner, and Rosa Maria and Enrique were sitting a little self-consciously in the living room, waiting. Rosa Marie smiled at her son. "It will get easier. You'll feel more comfortable at home." "It'll be just like home if Roz keeps giving me orders," said Enrique with a scowl. "Enrique! They're giving you a wonderful opportunity. This is their home. You have to fit in, live by their rules." "Rules. It's always rules. I thought I could escape rules when I got away from Spain." "Enrique." Rosa Marie fell silent as she heard footsteps coming down the stairs. The double doors opened and Santiago came in. "Everything okay?" he asked, noticing another awkward silence. His mother smiled. "Fine. Is Rosie asleep?" "Yeah, I didn't even get to finish the story." Rosa Maria went to stand up. "No, you stay there," Santi said. "Relax, I'll go help Roz with the meal." "I wanted to help," Rosa Maria said. "She wouldn't let me." "Of course not," Santi said. "You're our guests. Relax. Take it easy. You don't have to do a thing." He smiled and went off to the kitchen, pulling doors closed as he left the room. Enrique grinned at his mother. "You see, Mama?" he said. "We don't have to do a thing, not even obey any rules." Roz was the first to admit she wasn't the greatest of cooks, but she was a lot better than Santiago. So when they were entertaining, she usually got to do the cooking. And she wanted tonight's meal to go particularly well because she had an announcement of her own to make. The problem was, the meal was not going well. Roz had thought she was playing it safe. Roast beef, roast potatoes, Yorkshire pudding, vegetables, a typical English meal. What could go wrong with the roast dinner? You just stuck it in the oven and waited. But Roz had discovered that plenty could go wrong. The beef was overcooked and as tough as old soccer boots. The Yorkshire puddings were as flat as pancakes, and the roast potatoes were burned. Even the gravy had lumps in it. Santiago was saying all the right things. It was delicious, and his favorite, but Roz could see the looks that Rosa Maria and Enrique were exchanging, and the way they were pushing the food around their plates rather than eating much of it. "You don't have to finish it," Roz said as she saw Rosa Maria slide a piece of beef under some overboiled cabbage. "It's very nice," Rosa Maria said quickly, "but so much. I don't usually eat." Roz didn't want to point out that Rosa Maria had hardly eaten a thing. "I should have done something more Spanish," she said. "A paella, maybe." Enrique rolled his eyes and sighed. "What?" said Roz defensively. "Just because we're Spanish doesn't mean we eat paella all the time. You're English, but I don't expect you to be eating fish and chips every meal." "Enrique!" Rosa Maria snapped. "Don't be rude. Apologize to Roz." "No," said Roz quickly. "No, he's right. It was a stupid thing to say. I just wanted tonight's meal to go well." "It is," said Santi, and his mother at the same time. They looked at each other, and then at Roz. She was smiling. "It's a total disaster." Rosa Maria didn't understand. She turned to Enrique for an explanation. "El desastre," he said. Rosa Maria turned back to Roz and shrugged her shoulders sympathetically, as if to say, it wasn't quite that bad, but it was, and Roz knew it. They all knew it. Roz started to laugh, and then suddenly they were all laughing, even Enrique. "I can make a sandwich," said Roz, pushing her plate away. "Or there's a pizza in the fridge." "Pizza!" said Enrique, delighted that he wouldn't have to wrestle with any more of the overcooked beef. "I love pizza!" Santiago sighed, relieved that the frosty atmosphere had at last thawed, and that everyone finally seemed to have relaxed. "Don't worry, Mama," he said to Rosa Maria. "Roz will be here every day to look after Enrique and make sure he doesn't go hungry." Roz stopped laughing. It was time to deliver her news. "Actually, Santi, I won't." The room went silent and everyone looked at Roz. She had to continue. "I was waiting for the right time to tell you all, and I guess it's now. I'm going back to work." For a moment there was a stunned silence, and then Santi spoke. "Work? But—" "At the hospital," Roz said quickly. "You know, nurses are always in demand. It's a really good job in the intensive care ward. Exactly what I've trained for." Rosa Marie looked at Santi and then back at Roz. "But what about Rosie?" Roz knew that this was going to be a difficult bit. "Oh, it's fine," she said. "Everything has been arranged." End of chapter 3.